How's it going, everyone? King Blacktooth here, and you've all been very busy commenting and discussing on the videos that I've been uploading, the gameplay videos and the card reveals as well. I mean, it's been really nice to see you guys discussing some of the cards that I put forward. It was very nice to be able to do that as well for you guys as well. So it's been a great couple of days, I think. And if you really liked those cards that I sort of was able to show, they've actually been uploaded to the gwentdatabase.com now as well. And a lot of the cards from the build have been put up there, as well as gwentify.com. And so you can actually build a deck with these things now. Now the deck building is a little sloppy because it does go to bronze, silver and gold classifications, but they're kind of mixed in with all the other cards, so they don't sit right. They're a bit all incoherent at the minute, so it's not particularly great for deck building, but it is there. You can actually also see some different card art. One of the cards that I showed, which was the Reaver Hunter, which I only showed you one card, but they've uploaded all three cards. Because it's a 3-card common set, they have 3 different artwork and it all fits together, much like the Crones. So actually, I couldn't figure out how they fit together. I mean, there was one of them which was just weird. So I'm going to do a little experimentation now, right now. Okay, so the next thing we're looking forward to is the Kill the Server Stress Test number 2. Okay, this is going to start tomorrow, the 27th of September 2016, and it's going to start at 8 PM CST time, and it's going to go on for 4 hours again until 12 PM CST time. Now, if you're living in the UK like me, and I want to stream it as soon as it becomes live, I might even stream it before it comes live on my Twitch. If you want to know the time for UK time, which is GMT +1, it starts at 7 PM and ends at 11. So it's 1 hour earlier for UK time, which is, you know, that's for me when I want to stream. So what we do know is from the official playgwent.com forums, the announcement for Kill the Server Stress Test number 2, we are going to see new decks and factions, which is really, really exciting. I think it's brought everyone's hype back up. Which is really, really good to see. It's going to get a lot of people back into their Kill the Server. Hopefully we will kill a server at the end after the 4 hours is over, not before. Am I right? And a lot of people think we're going to see Scoia'tael and Skellige, and I think that's pretty hopefully true, that we're going to see both of those. Other people start to think that we might see Scoia'tael and Skellige along with the Northern Realms and monsters that we had before, all those tweaked a little bit. They did say they were going to tweak those a little bit, generally just around the weather aspect, so it's a little bit more fairer, because for Northern Realms it was really, really, really difficult. So I think they're going to tweak that. So either we're going to get Scoia'tael versus Skellige and just those two pitted, or we're going to get all 4. I'd like to see all 4, because then you can really have a bit of a mixture of cards, and it's not always going to be the same, and you have to think differently when you're fighting different opponents, and it just gives it a bit more of a realistic feel of what real Gwent will be like, which is really good. Even though it's not about balance, but it allows you to feel like it's, you know, more real, and I like that. So Skellige, one of the things I'd like to say about Skellige is I think their deck ability might change from what it used to be, because it used to be on round 3 you draw 1 card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, and they're trying to move away from that. We saw that with Northern Realms deck ability, and because that's card advantage with a card. Okay, Scoia'tael's might not change, because that's card advantage but without a card. They don't gain any strength, they don't gain any cards by making the opponent go first when they shouldn't have. You're gaining card advantage but not actually gaining any cards. So they might not change Scoia'tael, but Skellige's might change. They might just change it so that on round 3 a card gets drawn from your graveyard to the board straight away. It plays it rather than going to your hand, which is something to just be aware of. Okay, now a lot of the old Skellige abilities used to be discarding cards and bringing them to the deck to the graveyard. That might still be a thing, or a lot of the newer ones seem to be revolving around wounded and transforming into bears and stuff like that. So just be aware, wounding might come into this new Kill the Server Stress Test, which is when you permanently decrease strength of a card, which can include golden cards, even though they don't usually get affected by weathers and Commander's Horns and stuff like that. Okay, so some of the extra things I want to say regarding the Kill the Server Stress Test number 2 is they probably haven't fixed many bugs, if any. Okay, so the coin flip is probably going to still be the same speed. Roach might still get reduced to 1 and stay there if that was a bug. Monsters will probably still get to keep heroes if that was a thing. Okay, but they might fix the timer, because I'm sure that's be an easy fix. You know, instead of 45 in the code, change it to like 70. Which I'd like, because a lot of us are new to this, so we will be reading cards quite a lot. And a lot of some people anyway, were getting crashes on the first Kill the Server Stress Test. And they haven't said anything about whether they fixed this or what the issue was. I've heard it might have something to do with AMD processors. So I have no information to help you on this, I'm afraid. But if you've got an AMD processor and you're getting crashes, look into that in some way. Maybe check your drivers and all that. That's technical jargon, really. I don't know what the issue could be. Now, a lot of people are wondering whether they have to re-download the client to get into this second stress test. And I think the answer is no, because if you had to, they would have told us during the second stress test official announcement. So you can still sign up for this second stress test at the playgwent.com website by entering your stuff and download the client. But if you've already got the client, I think we'll just get an update through GOG, so you don't have to worry about re-downloading it, guys. And finally, the advice I've got for new players, you know, who's just coming into this second test and may not have seen as much of the game as we have, is you've still got a little time now before the stress test starts to watch some gameplays of the stress test, so you can start to get an understanding of the board and stuff and some of the abilities that go on, and experiment with the different factions and the different decks that they offer us. Don't just pick one and stick with it. The best way to learn is to play a little bit of each, so you start to understand what the decks do. Don't rely on your opponent doing it, because then you'll get confused, I think. And, you know, always check the descriptions of cards. I think it's the best thing to do. Zoom in, have a look at the card. You know, hopefully the turn time has increased, so this allows you to do this. And if your opponent plays something and you're not sure what happened, you can check the card on his side of the board, or if it was a special card, check their own graveyard, okay? So that's the best ways to learn, is to read the descriptions and experiment. And so that's it. I'm going to go off now. I'm going to sign off. But yeah, so hopefully I'll see you there. My GOG name is King Blacktooth, so none of this I will stream, I won't stream. I will be streaming, and I'll see you there. Hopefully you'll see me. I'd like you guys to be able to try and defeat me, and I'd like to try and win if possible. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys, and take care.